Fine. I'll do it myself.
Tell me his name again.
Thanos.
Why does Thanos believe that half the universe must die? What drives a being to such extreme measures? These questions take us deep into the psyche of one of the most intriguing villains of our time. Thanos, a name that reverberates through the cosmos, synonymous with destruction and balance. But what lies beneath this imposing figure? What is the essence of Thanos? To understand Thanos, we must start with his origin. Born on the planet Titan, Thanos witnessed the decay of his world. He proposed a radical solution to eliminate half the population to save the rest. His people deemed him mad, and they perished as a result of their inaction. This traumatic event shaped Thanos' worldview, crystallizing his belief in his mission. Thanos is driven by a principle that he perceives as rational and compassionate. His hypothesis is straightforward. The universe's finite resources cannot sustain its growing populations. Left unchecked, this imbalance leads to suffering and eventual extinction. Thanos considers himself a necessary force, a surgeon performing a brutal but essential operation to save the patient, the universe itself. Let us consider his methodology. Unlike many villains driven by personal gain or sheer malevolence, Thanos' actions are not born of desire but of duty. He collects the Infinity Stones, not for power's sake, but to enact his version of balance on a universal scale. This is a crucial distinction. Thanos sees himself as a martyr, bearing the moral weight of his actions for the greater good. His relationship with the Avengers, particularly with characters like Tony Stark and Thor, further illuminates his complexity. Thanos respects Stark, recognizing him as a fellow thinker burdened by a sense of responsibility. This respect is not mutual, of course, but it adds a layer of depth to Thanos' character. He is not simply an adversary, he is an ideological opponent. Thanos' philosophy poses an uncomfortable question. Is he wrong in his diagnosis? The universe, as depicted in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, does face overpopulation and resource depletion. His solution, however, is where the moral and ethical lines are drawn. His hypothesis about the need for balance is not inherently evil. It is his willingness to impose his will through mass genocide that brands him as a villain. Yet, it is precisely this unwavering commitment to his cause that makes Thanos compelling. He believes that the ends justify the means, and he is willing to sacrifice everything to achieve his vision. In Avengers: Infinity War, we see Thanos sacrifice his beloved daughter Gamora, a poignant moment that underscores his resolve. This act is not one of cruelty, but of tragic necessity in his mind. Let us imagine, for a moment, being in Thanos' position. You see a universe teetering on the brink of collapse. You possess the power to prevent this catastrophe, but the cost is unimaginable. Would you have the conviction to act as Thanos did? This is the question that lingers, challenging our perceptions of morality and duty. In conclusion, Thanos is not a mere villain. He is a tragic figure shaped by loss and driven by a skewed but profound sense of responsibility. His character forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about sacrifice, duty, and the moral cost of pursuing the greater good. Thanos' legacy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a testament to the power of complex storytelling, where even the darkest characters can provoke thought and reflection. Thanos teaches us that the line between hero and villain can be razor thin, defined not just by actions, but by the motivations and beliefs behind them. So, next time you watch Thanos' story unfold, remember to look beyond the surface. Consider the principles that drive him and ask yourself, what would you do if you were in his place?